Okay, I'm going to start by pinning my hair out the way, because that just simply won't do. Let's get rid of the fringe. Okay, here we go. I'm going to use the Illamasqua Rich Liquid Foundation because I need a foundation that has a really heavy coverage because these looks are very, very, very full on. And I'm going to use underneath, before I put the foundation on, I'm going to use this. This is from Pixie, it's Flawless Beauty Primer. With the Rich Liquid Foundation, you really need to use something underneath to kind of lubricate it. You can either mix this with the foundation or you can use it underneath. I'm going to use it underneath because I want the full opacity of that foundation. I love this primer because it just makes me look so healthy, don't you think? Sometimes I just wear it on its own. It's so nice. It gives like a really nice sheen to the skin. Okay, I've got the Rich Liquid Foundation and the colour is 105. This is a really full coverage foundation, remember. Now this is quite an interesting look because you don't really have to worry too much about your face matching your body, because in this film nobody's face matched their body at all. It's really camp. I absolutely love Tim Curry. I love that he always does these quirky weird roles like Frank-N-Furter, like the Lord of Darkness in Legend. He was the clown in It. What else has he done? He always plays these weird, kind of slightly dark, disturbing, scary characters. Apart from in Home Alone 2, which was a bit weird. So on a 266 brush, or any other angled brush that you have like that, I'm using a black eyeshadow. The one I'm using is Carbon from MAC, but any black eyeshadow will do the trick. So the brows start quite far in. And if you use your top brow line as a guide, this will help you. Nick and I always have this take on fancy dress parties where if we're going to a fancy dress party we always have to go as something stupid because it's so obvious that most girls will go as like a sexy cat or you know, something that involves a cat suit or showing off as much flesh as possible, and so we always go the opposite route. Using Greystone eyeshadow from MAC, we're just going to fill in the whole area from the brow to the lashes. I'm using a MAC 224 brush. You may have to go over this a few times to make sure that you get it nice and even. And then you can just use a 217 just to blend that through. Now using a 239 brush, use some more of the Greystone, but this is going to go on much denser because you're using a shorter bristle brush. And we're just going to brush this through our eyebrows because sometimes using those blending brushes we miss bits in the brow, so make sure that you fill the whole brow in. Okay, so you're left with that kind of shape. Now with this brush, what you want to do is take it at the front here, and we're going to create shape going down the nose. So we're going to have to bring our brow in a little bit further, because we're going to use this to contour down the nose. So 239, with what's left of our greystone, don't put more on. And we're going to use the flat of the brush to create quite a straight shape. So fill the whole eyelid up to the socket with carbon. So it's really black there on the lid. And then I'm going to take, this is a little angled brush, a bit like 266 from MAC, but this is a Louise Young one, and I actually prefer this one. If I show you the difference between the two, let's put it on my massive forehead. Can you see that the Louise Young one has got slightly less of an angle, and it's a little bit finer. So I actually find that easier to use, that angle. So on the Louise Young angle brush, I'm just going to take this black just under the eye. Really close to the lashes. I am using, this is Double Wear Stay in Place eyeliner from Estee Lauder, because we want our makeup to stay in place all night. So we're going to go for black on the inside. Tim doesn't have any lashes on with this look, because they've kind of kept it a little bit masculine. Well, they've kept it quite masculine, haven't they? Even though he's got loads of makeup on, it's still quite masculine, you know, with the brow shape and everything. There, Tim has quite a sort of orangey coloured blusher on in this look. I'm actually using Sincere from MAC. I don't know if they even still make this colour, but it doesn't matter. Any kind of orangey, rusty colour will do the job. Don't be shy with it. And a little on the temple there. And obviously this is a fancy dress look, you probably wouldn't do this all the time, but for this look you have to go to town. We went to watch the show at the theatre, like, was it last year or the year before? It was excellent. We had such a brilliant time. I always love the people that go as Rocky in like tiny little gold hot pants, and they've got fat, really massive guts hanging over, and I just think, yeah, that's awesome. It's brilliant, you know, it's just a really great way for people to just sort of unleash and let go. And it's, whether you love the show or not, it's just so much fun going to see it at the theatre. So I can't recommend that enough. I'm going to use a light concealer just to contour down the top of my nose. Just one from Bobbi Brown. You can use an eyeshadow for this, anything really will do the job. Now, with that Sincere blusher, I'm going to contour the bottom part of the nose, so we're going to take that. It's really hard to contour your own nose, you know. Holding the brush is quite difficult. It's a strange angle to be at. So we're just taking this colour all the way down. I'm using Laura Mercier just black eye pencil, and I'm going to just strengthen those brows. Just make that line really sharp there. Put a little bit more of an angle in. So if you love Rocky Horror, or your friends love Rocky Horror, how can anyone not appreciate this makeup? I love it. So fabulous. I think maybe, I don't know if the films that I was into as a kid have anything to do with the fact that I became a makeup artist, because my two favourite films when I was a kid, when I say kid I mean like 15, 16, and still are really up there on my favourite films, are Rocky Horror Picture Show and Labyrinth. Both are a tiny bit cartoonish dark, but and both of them have kind of cool makeup, so I mean, now that I'm a bit older, I sort of appreciate them for different reasons. I do have a funny little obsession with men in leggings. That sounds really pervy, doesn't it? I love David Bowie though, but I mean, I particularly love David Bowie in tight pants. All the young girls in the audience are like, what? What is wrong with you? Okay, I think we've done the eyes now. Right, let's do the lips. Same black liner, this is the Laura Mercier one. I am using, this is Double Wear lipstick in Stay Scarlet because we want it to stay on. Don't want to retouch this makeup, do we, later on? What a mission that would be. I'm going to just put, this is a red Illamasqua gloss, I'm going to put a bit of gloss over the top. Laura Mercier translucent powder. So what I'm doing with this powder is I'm using it as an addition to lighten the areas in contrast to where we've put our contour with that sincere colour. So I won't put the powder over the top of where I've put the blusher at all. Now with my hair I'm going to back comb it. It helps that I put a little bit of a curl in it earlier, because it means that when I back comb it, it will back comb with a bit of I'll be pushing the curls up, so you'll get a little bit of a wave to it. Now Tim's got naturally curly hair, so his hair in this is like a really tight, almost like a Tom Jones. Well, I can't do that with my hair, nor would I actually want to be perfectly honest, so back combing will suffice for an evening, I think. And then I'm just going to take it and pin it in to make it a bit shorter. And no Frank look would be complete without massive beads. So there you go guys, that's Frank-N-Furter for Halloween. I'm going to do magenta as well because You can't do one without the other, really, can you? So anyone that wants to go as magenta can do, and if there's two of you, one can go as Frank and one of you can go as magenta. So thanks for watching. Hope that's been useful. Probably not been useful, but I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, bye bye bye. Enjoy Halloween.